I think we're live. What's happening, everyone? Nicky Hawkins here, West Ham Fan TV, back once again with another video, West Ham Fan TV live and uncut, where we take one subject and then just roll with it, I suppose. And I couldn't really think of anything today, mate. So I sort of landed upon the on the subject of the season's just round the corner.
Well, yeah. We could have spoke about Masuaku, new 5-year deal. I didn't see that coming, to be honest. It's a bit of a weird one. I said to you on the phone earlier. I didn't see it coming. 5-year deal with an option for a further 2 years. Pellegrini obviously rates him and trusts him, and by the looks of it, I think he's going to be our starting left back.
Well, it looks like it, doesn't it? Like he's a 5-year deal, of course. Is he worth a 5-year deal, Ron?
It's difficult to say. Look, I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up Masuaku's ass because I haven't been a big fan of him. He's a decent player. I prefer him more attacking than defending. But look, maybe Pellegrini's pulled him to one side and said, "Look, if you want to be my starting left back, you're going to have to work harder and work on your defending." So, a 5-year deal seems quite a lot. Maybe a 3-year deal, but he's only 25, so he's still young.
The thing is with him, I think that with Masuaku, he's either one way or the other. Is he? So one week he's absolutely fantastic. He looks like best player on the pitch. The next week he could be absolutely awful. West Brom comes to mind, Ryan.
Yeah, I agree. He's not consistent enough to be in the starting 11 week in, week out. And that's the only thing that does worry me if he's going to go in as our first choice left back. But look, Aaron Cresswell as well ain't in good form. He hasn't been for the last couple of seasons. So I'm surprised that we didn't go out and get a left back. But look, if Pellegrini rates him and he's given him a 5-year deal, maybe he has said to him, "Look, work on your defending and you'll be my number one choice at left back."
Rob J in the comments says he's exciting. That he is, mate. That he is. Barbara Bowler says Nicky looking smooth. Diet looks like to be going well. Yeah, it is going well. I've dropped off a little bit the last week or so. I haven't been as sort of strict on myself, but I'm getting back into it again. I've got a nice chicken in the oven. We'll have that with a little bit of cauliflower rice. Nicky's gone. Kojak says Darren Clarkson. Yeah, all I need is a lollipop, mate. Is the season predicted? No, not yet. The football jet. Hi, Nicky. Thoughts on Kings Meadow? Don't know what Kings Meadow is, do you?
No, I don't. Kings Meadow, and that a football ground, isn't it?
It's got to be some sort of football ground, isn't it?
I don't know.
No, I'll have. He'll. I'm sure fill us in a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about Fulham on Saturday. We would. Well, I wasn't there personally. You wasn't there personally, but we as a channel were there. From what you saw at Fulham, mate, was you impressed?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there wasn't a stream for the game, so I was just reading it on West Ham's Twitter. But I watched the highlights that they put out on their YouTube channel, and I thought it was exciting to see players like Fornals, Lanzini, Anderson, and Sebastian Haller start together. They looked like they was causing Fulham a lot of problems. Lanzini looked decent. Maybe Lanzini might benefit from having players like Fornals on the pitch with him because it frees him up to do a lot more. And it's exciting if we can get them all ticking. And obviously you've got Jack Wilshere there. Look, if we can get that forward line working together, creating chances for Haller, it's going to be a mad season. Season.
People told me from people that was there was saying that Haller is full of running. He's got all the runs in him of a top quality centre forward. But we was a bit slow to find him. But that will come with time. He's only been there a week. He's been chucked straight into a starting lineup. But that I think that's what a true centre forward gives you. He'll always be running, and they'll learn the runs. You know what I mean? Like Arnautovic was good. Don't get me wrong. When he moved up front, he scored a lot of goals for us. But he sort of lacked that movement of a centre forward. He was good at closing down. He was good at work rate and all that. But he lacked that sort of centre forwards instinct. And I think that's what Haller is going to give us. And with Fornals, I mean, Fornals looked the more tasty to me because he looked absolutely class at times.
Yeah, I totally agree. As you said, Haller's good. He's gonna he's going to get opportunities. He's going to get a lot of when you've got players like Anderson, Fornals, Lanzini, they're going to create chances for him. And as you said, it was their first sort of 45 minutes together on a football pitch. You can do it all day in training because you haven't got an opposition team tackling you and breaking the play down. But when it comes to doing it on the pitch, I mean, I thought he looked quite lively. His first game in English football. I know it's against Fulham, but Fulham sort of had a decent team out. They had their chances as well. I mean, Fabianski pulled off a great save in the first half. He just picked up from where he left off last season, really.
Yeah.
Go on.
No, go on, mate. Go on.
No, I was just going to say, but yeah, as you said, standout player for me was Fornals. I'm really looking forward to him coming up against the likes of Man City and other Premier League teams, because I see on Sky Sports News the other day, they sort of this transfer show that they do. Someone picked him out as the player of the, like the signing of the summer so far. So, and they reckon within a couple of years he could be worth 100 million plus. That's how highly they rate him. So I'm looking forward to seeing him play a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely. People coming in the comments here. Kings Meadow is the place where we got battered 4-2 last season, the ground of AFC Wimbledon.
Yeah, I was going to say that. AFC
yeah, of course
Wimbledon.
it is. Yeah, I went there twice last year. We won one, we lost one. On the social, Ryan, people keep on asking you about on the social. It's coming back this week, isn't it? Or next week?
Yeah, no, it's this. Yeah, definitely this week. I'll be honest with you. I was so busy last week, but I lost my days, and I totally got to the weekend, and I just thought I can't do it now because we've got too many stuff coming out. But yeah, no, I'll be back on it this week.
We've got all the stuff that I'm sort of been working at is coming to a conclusion now. When the season comes to a start, well, I'll sort of count the season as starting next week, really, with the game. That's the one we're all going to be at. That's where our sort of season starts. We're going to start bringing back the musings. We've got some exciting little things lined up. Please. Thank you. He's trying to hit me, my boy. Yeah, we've got some exciting little things lined up. We've also got a few things to announce, but we'll announce them when the season starts. And then I'll be going on holiday for a couple of weeks, and I'll leave you all to it. But the content's going to start coming regularly now. We're going to set up a little regular time and place for this little live video. There'll be also live videos on a match day morning. The post-match pint's going to be coming back, of course. All the fan cams are going to be coming back. We're going to be really, really, really busy over the next few weeks, getting all of this sort of stuff signed up. You know what we have got, and they're being delivered tomorrow, is them little microphone foams, mate. We're going to look like professionals this year.
Yeah, it's only taken us 4 years to get them sorted, but
yeah, they are very expensive, Holiday. Sorry, they are very expensive, Holiday. I'm just reading the comment here. Where are you going on holiday? I'm going to Mexico, mate. The land of Chicharito. Pete Wright stopped his pocket money. Yeah, he was trying to hit me. Nicky just shaved a lot off eyebrows and all. No, I've still got eyebrows. They're just very fine. I've got nicely shaped eyebrows, me. Just bought the new shirt. Fits so nice, Lewis Benham says. Yeah, so we've got lots of stuff coming up over the next few weeks. As I said, we're going to find a regular spot for this. We're going to find a regular spot for this twice a week, plus once on Saturday morning. There's going to be a lot. People apparently they are stopping hangouts. What will you guys use next? Don't worry, I've got something sorted out already. No problem. We're not going to be stopping. We'll still be coming at you even when hangouts goes. Hawkins family said, got married there. Cancun is the bollocks. Go Coco Bongos. I've been there many a times, mate. Me and Ryan have been there a few times as well.
Love Coco Bongos, mate.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it?
Some great memories in there.
I wear one of my Chicharito t-shirts. I'll get treated like a king if I do. Great job, lads. Looking forward to your videos. Thank you very much. Yeah, so the season starts this week one. Bilbao really is the sort of the kickoff of everything, and then we're just counting the days down now to the season starting. Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting to see what team he puts out against Hertha Berlin when we play them this week. They've gone out there. They travelled today. I think we're playing.
I think that's got to be like a skeleton crew, if I'm honest.
Yeah. I think it's going to be some of the players that might not have played the other day. They might give them a run out. But against Bilbao, the starting 11 will probably be as close to what the starting 11 is going to be against Man City. So it's going to be interesting. And obviously, The new signings, they get their first taste of the London Stadium, the atmosphere, the fans, and it just gets you back into your little match day routine for the Saturday after, when we have an early kickoff against Man City. So no, I'm really looking forward to it. Seeing a few people over there that we obviously haven't seen during the summer. I mean, even you lot, I don't think we've seen each other since we've done that video outside the London Stadium, and that
I don't
was at
think
the
we
end.
have, mate. No, I don't think we've sort of crossed paths.
No, we speak every day.
Yeah, every day. We have done for 25 years.
But we ain't seen each other, so it'd be good to see all you boys again. And really looking forward to it.
Johnny M says, out of 10, how confident are you we will buy someone else? I'll answer this first. 9.
I'm going to say 11.
Yeah.
I'm confident there's 1, maybe 2 more signings coming. Maybe a couple of loans, but I can see us buying someone else.
Thoughts on Danny Welbeck wants 100k a week. You know what I've been seeing a lot this week? Adebayor.
Oh, don't. I heard Sam Allardyce on TalkSport today talking about Adebayor, how close we nearly got him when he sent Colton Cole to West Brom, and then at 11:15 at night, Daniel Levy pulled out the deal that we was going to get Adebayor on loan, and that was 4 years ago.
He's 35.
Yeah, I think the newspapers is just trying to link him with everyone now. I'll be very surprised if he was a West Ham player come the end of this transfer. Saying that though, no, I probably wouldn't be surprised, because it's a typical West Ham thing to do.
Has he got any quality though, Adebayor?
He could probably reach the top shelf in Tesco's. That's about it, really. If you'd have asked me that question 10 years ago, I'd have said yeah. But
I'll be honest with you, I've never really seen the fascination with him ever since he sort of left Arsenal. He's never been a top forward. I know he's played for some top clubs. I don't know how he's played for some of these clubs.
He was decent when he went to City as well.
They paid big money for him, mate. Yeah, at the time. £25 million was on. He was at Real Madrid. He's been at 8. I think he was at AC Milan. Yeah,
the answer to that 10, and 9 of them were you.
Yeah. So but it's ridiculous. I've never really seen the fascination with him. He gets lazy. He has one good season, like when he was at Spurs. He had one good season when he was on loan. As soon as they signed him, he got lazy, and then they sold him. You know, it's that. Well, they didn't sell him. They spent a long time trying to get him off their books. Yeah,
no. As I said, it would be a typical West Ham signing, but I think, I'm hoping that we've passed them days. And look, there's been a lot on the social media today about Danny Welbeck. Would I take him? Yeah, I probably would. I would take him, but not $100,000 a week. If you got him in on a good deal, a free transfer, he is a decent player. But yeah, it's going to be there's 10 days left of this transfer window, and I think the next 10 days we're going to be linked with 10 different players each day. It's just what happens, and but we definitely need a couple more, 2 or 3 bodies in the door to complete the squad.
Barzan says, yeah, he wasn't quality, just played Madrid, Arsenal, City. Look, I didn't say he wasn't quality. I just said I've never really seen the fascination with him after he left Arsenal. I never said he wasn't quality. I just don't think I think it's not his ability. His ability ain't in question, but it's his attitude towards football. And he's 35 now. I mean, he went to Palace as well, never done it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Danny Welbeck being obviously linked quite a bit as well, because he's on a free transfer. Daniel Sturridge is still about. I don't know. I don't know about the centre forward. We might even pay some money for someone.
Yeah, I mean, there's still rumours flying around about Diego Costa. I mean, I can't see it. I mean, did you see the game the other night? Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid. They won 7. Atletico Madrid won 7-3. Costa got sent off, and I think he scored 4 goals.
Yeah,
that's what I love about Costa. He's so up and down, but I can't see it happening. But that would be a dream.
There seems to be a little bit of turmoil at Madrid at the minute, but I don't know. You know what I mean? That's I'd like to be in turmoil as much as them. Costa still getting mentioned here, there, and everywhere, but let's be honest, they're not going to spend £1 million a month on wages, are they?
No, they're not. It's that's what I'm saying. There's going to be probably you got the Southampton. Is it Lamina? We're linked with him. There's a couple of them young players. I think X mentioned them. One's at PSV, and there's loads of players that we're still going to be linked with over these next 10 days. And I just can't wait for the window to be shut, so we can move on. We know what our squad is.
I've got to read you this comment.
Go on, mate.
It's from a geezer called Go Fuck Yourself. He says, "Fuck West Ham, shit club," and then he said something like that. He said something like, "Fuck your channel." Always pleasant to get them sort of comments in the.
Yeah, but he's the one sitting here watching it. So
yeah, exactly.
Jog on. I think ain't Emmerdale's on now, so go and watch that, or Coronation Street.
His mum won't let him have the remote. Johnny M says the frustration: we are 2 free players from challenging for top 4. Are we? No, I can't see that.
I'd probably say, yeah, we're 2 or 3 players away from challenging for the top 6 Europa League. Our top 4 that's a different level. That's totally different level. But look, if we start off good this season, and we're consistent, that's the key thing for West Ham this season. We need to be consistent, and as we said the other day, we need to beat the teams around us and below us. We can't keep turning up for the big boys.
Lanzi 2710 said, how many goals will Haller score this season?
As I said the other day, anything between 12 and 15 goals would be a great return in his first season in the Premier League, because I think he's going to get a few assists as well. He's going to bring. You see it on Saturday, the way he brings players like Lanzini, Fornals, Anderson into play. So I can see them getting a few goals this season as well. But as long as they stay fit, yeah, I think I'd say anything between 12 and 15 would be a good return for him.
Someone said just there, does Yama start? Elliot Watson just said, does Yama start over Antonio for you? I'm still not convinced. Well, the rumours are today that he's on his way out again to Palace again. But to be honest, with the sort of like strikers that we've got at the moment, I can't see that. Can you?
No, to be honest, I mean, looking at pre-season, I'd probably start Antonio over Yarmolenko for the start. I think he's more fitter than Yarmolenko at the moment, and Yarmolenko hasn't been great in pre-season. But once he gets fully fit, what we've got to remember is he's coming back from a long-term injury. So it's going to take him a little while to get up to match fitness. But yeah, Yarmolenko, when he gets fully fit, he'll chip in with a few goals and assists this season as well. I've got no doubt about it.
Antonio is sort of continuing the great form that he was in at the end of last season as well, Ryan.
Yeah, I like Antonio. I mean, he went off the boil. I mean, we said about it many a times on our channel about Antonio, and I think a lot of other people said about him as well. But the last 10 games last season, he showed us the Antonio that we know he can be. And obviously he got the winner at Tottenham, which I'm surprised he didn't get Hammer of the Year for that. But yeah, no, look, Antonio's going to. He's been linked with Palace, I think, ever since we signed him. But we couldn't afford to let him go. Because I think he is going to be used more as a striker this season.
Do you guys think Ben Johnson could be converted to a CDM? He's tidy both feet and feel like he could get a job done there. He's quite solid potential for. Look, Ben Johnson, from what I see against Fulham and what I've heard from people, was very, very impressive against Fulham. I said a little while ago when we went over to China that one of the positives of coming out of China after the pre-season was Ben Johnson, and sort of like he never disappointed last year at Man City. You know what I mean? He came on and he was absolutely like fantastic. Well, he was solid against City, and that's a very, very tough team to play against. Done the same against City in China. Before you start converting these players, I know we had that thing with Rice, but Rice I think had played there before, but he's a fullback, and at the moment we need fullbacks. So let's not think about converting him to a CDM. You can pick up a CDM. Johnson is a fullback, and we need fullback. So keep him as a fullback, let him learn his trade, and then we'll see what we can do about him in the future. But I said last on that video the positives and negatives from China that it might be a season too soon to break through. But now I'm not that convinced, Ryan, with Zabaleta. So it could be his breakthrough season.
Yeah, I totally agree. Ben Johnson, he's impressed me because he's both footed. He can play right back, left back. So he's going to be used quite a lot this season. I think, as you said, Zabaleta for me. Look, I like Zabaleta, but I think it's. I don't want to say his career's finished because I still think he can offer something. But at the moment, I just think Fredericks and Johnson are ahead of him for me as a right fullback. But he can come in for cover at left back as well because, as we know, Masuaku and Criswell do pick up injuries. So I can't see us loaning him out. I think he will be in the first team squad this season. But as someone said there, converting him to a central defensive midfielder, I think leave him as a fullback for now. We tried to do that with Reece Oxford and look what happened. It worked with Declan Rice. But yeah, I think Ben Johnson for me, he's a talent and he's definitely one for the future at West Ham.
How many years I've set the Blues at the start of the season upbeat and positive, and dare I say confident, only to spend the season struggling or play mediocre. Not knocking them, but we are West Ham. I don't know. I've got a snap. Look, I'm always one. Last year I call it as I see it. You know what I mean? And I was overly optimistic last year. I think I sort of envisioned a bit of a better start and probably getting off the blocks a little bit better, but after a season with Pellegrini, after some of the football I've seen being played towards the end of last season, beating some of the big boys, some of the times when we played like the Man Uniteds and the Arsenals and things, we was unplayable at times. You know what I mean? It's always about that consistency, and that's what we've struggled with, the consistency of having a good run of form, and we'll go and beat an Arsenal and get a draw at Man United, and then we'll go away to Cardiff and get fucking pasted. Do you know what I mean? And that's what we've got to do this year. We've got to put together a good run of games. And when I look at the fixtures in the fixture list, there are a run of games that look a little bit winnable. So there are games there where we can get a run of 4, 5, 6 wins on a spin, maybe a couple of draws stuck in between, but I think with a quality forward like Haller, it could be the catalyst to start to sort of punish these teams. And I just fancy us to have a decent season this year.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And what you said there was spot on about consistency. And we've got, I mean, Man City at home is what I call a sort of bonus game, especially after the last few years.
It's a free swing, isn't it?
Yeah, if we get anything from that game, if we take a point, it's massive. If we get all 3 points, it's even bigger. But I call it, and then you look at the run we've got in after that. We've got some winnable games that nothing's guaranteed in the Premier League. We know that, but they're games that we should be turning up and giving them a game and taking points off these teams. But they'll probably be thinking that about us as well. So it's about being consistent against not only the bigger teams, because you look at last year, we've done well against the bigger teams, especially at home. So be consistent and get a few more away wins this season. Then there's no reason why we can't be in that going for that Europa League.
Dan Landsman said, "Is West Ham even considered a club?" I don't know who West Ham is, mate, but I don't know if you can consider that a name. Low winnable games. Look, no games in the Premier League are considered easy, but you have to think when you're
okay. Then, so that person there, if he sees that we've got Norwich, Aston Villa, he's saying they're not winnable games. They're not games that we should be going into, and I'm not, as you said, I'm not saying we're guaranteed to win them, but we should be turning up with the team we've got, the squad we've got, and we should be thinking, right, we're going to go there and take 3 points. We're going to get 3 points today.
West Ham Straight Talk says, Nicky, following your chat on it, I bought a copy away shirt from China. Very good. I've ordered 2 more now. Total paid 36 quid and all. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that stuff from China before I'd actually done the video. Sean Swadley says, Antonio covers says he multiple positions. Even if we get 20 or 25 mil for him, we can't replace what he does for our squad with just that much, and would need to go and get 2 players or more to replace him. I agree. I agree with that. Can also play right back as well. Richard B says, yeah, the next level is turning over these championship teams. Totally agree. You know what I mean? You got to look. He did say that's where it all backfires for us. Yeah, I agree that, and that's what I'm saying. The next step on sort of progressing it is to start to, especially at home, start to beat in these sort of teams that promoted teams and things like that. We went away to Huddersfield last year. Huddersfield got about, I think they got about 14 points all season, and they got they give us a bloody good game at the London Stadium, and they got a point against us at their place. You know what I mean? Everyone else went there and beat them more or less.
I mean, yeah, just looking at our fixtures, yeah, I mean, we've got Man City at home, then we've got Brighton away, Watford away, Norwich at home, Villa away, Man United at home, and then Bournemouth away. I mean, you look through there, I'd even include Man United in them. They're winnable games. So they're the games that, we should be consistent against that. I mean, if we started off with City, Tottenham, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Man City, we'll probably get about 10 points out of that, you know what I mean? Because that's what West Ham do. And then we'll go and play Norwich, Sheffield United, Villa and that, and we won't pick up a point. So it's about being consistent.
Yeah, that's right. Zed Josh just asked a good question. What do you think of Everton fans constantly thinking they're a better side than us, calling a small club and saying they're miles above us, etc.? Well, over the last few years, we've had sort of I don't know, maybe a sort of full rivalry, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I seem to remember that the sort of, especially on social media, it all stems back to when Pyatt got injured against Everton at home. I think was it James MacArthur?
Yeah,
when he snapped him, and West Ham and Everton fans then seem to having a lot of like beef on Twitter and that. And yeah, I mean, look, Everton are a big club. Are they bigger than us? No, I'd put them. We're on the same level as Everton. But
at
then
the moment,
I suppose
they've been a massive club in the past, but a lot of people. This is where a lot of people start having arguments about sort of like what they've done in the past and things like that. You know what I mean? They have a lot more history. Of course, they have more history, but at the moment, you know what I mean? I remember Everton of 20 years ago, still on the same level as us. Getting caught in the bottom sort of quarter of the Premier League. Coming 17th, 16th, and all that.
I remember when they stayed up on the last day of the season once.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You know what I mean? They have got a lot more history than us, but look, it is what it is. You can only say about what's going on in front of you at the moment, and we've been very even over the last, I don't know, 5-6 years, maybe.
Yeah, no, I agree, and that's what I said. I said at the moment, I think we're on the same level. They're trying to do things to break into the top six, and so are we. So, yeah, look, you're going to get it with rival fans, and I suppose they sit there and they look. They've got Liverpool as their neighbours. They're never going to get nowhere near Liverpool. Never going to get nowhere near their history. So let's start picking on teams around us. They probably give it to Leicester fans, Wolves fans, Southampton fans. And we don't see that. Obviously, we just see when they give it to West Ham fans. But look, our fans give it to them as well. So that's football rivalry, that's football banter, and yeah. But as a club on the level, I think at the moment, yeah, we are on the same level as Everton. They're the teams that we should be competing against.
Here's a question for you boys. Says SDG Gaming says, would you replace Noble Wilshere now? Noble of the old guys, is it time for a change? Well, the thing is, on ability, yes. On reliability, no.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Look, ability-wise, Jack Wilshere all day long. We know what Jack Wilshere's about. But look, if you're talking about passion and heart, Mark Noble, look, we've had this for probably the last 3 or 4 seasons. People saying about Mark Noble, this is it now. He's on the bench, and every season he's still in the starting 11. Some people have just got a thing against Mark Noble, but look, we won't appreciate Mark Noble until he's retired. I'm telling you that now, because that is the last piece of West Ham, really, having a fan on the pitch. Like, we've got Declan Rice, don't get me wrong, but Mark Noble is West Ham through and through, and he'll give us, until he announces his retirement, he'll give us everything on the pitch, whether he's a sub or he's in the starting 11.
Lancy said, can Wilshere win Hammer of the Year if he plays 30 games? A lot of people are backing him for Hammer of the Year if he plays 30 games.
Yeah, I mean, he went down on Saturday, didn't he? He got clattered, and you was reading it on the Twitter feed that he's down on the floor, and you think, oh, here we go. But I've been really impressed with him in pre-season, and he is an unbelievable talent. And if we can get him consistently playing, not picking up as many injuries, then look, there's no reason why he can't not only win Hammer of the Year, there's no reason why he can't get back in the England squad as well.
There is someone spamming the chat with some nonsense about currencies and utilitarian pardonism. Like, yeah, this ain't the channel for that, mate. Go and talk to someone else about that. Terex, Everton never won the World Cup, though, have they? No, they haven't. Pepe, if Wilshere can stay fit, he's been looking better and better. I hope he surprises everyone and gets Hammer of the Year. Yeah, there's lots of people like bigging up Jack Wilshere. He just got to stay fit. Jamie B says, all right, lads, I'm an Everton fan. Always had a good feeling with West Ham. What do you think about us maybe getting Moise Keane and Zaha? Keep up the good work, lads. Look, they're making strides in the transfer market. Got a lot of money, Everton. You know what I mean? Like, they can afford to play these players. Whether you can attract them is another.
I think I've just seen about Zaha. I think they've gone in with another bid, and they've offered 2 players as well, which would be interesting because that might entertain Palace. And yeah, Zaha would be a massive signing. You know, he would be a massive signing for Everton. Probably the difference between them maybe breaking into Europe next season.
We will be finishing above Chelsea and Man United this season. Look, there's places there to be had. SCG Gaming, but Everton will be one that are fighting for them place, as well as Wolves, as well as Leicester. Matt Powell, thoughts on looking at PSV young striker Donyell Milan?
Yeah, I mean, I see X mention him yesterday. I don't really know much about him, but I know he's got a good. So I think there's 2 players we're linked with. I hope this is the right one, but I know he's got a good goal scoring record. So he's 6 foot tall and something like that. So you know, I don't know nothing about him, so I can't really comment. But if it's a player that Pellegrini wants and he rates, then yeah, we've got to trust him.
Carl Hutchinson just says, "All right, lads. All right, Carl.
Hello, mate."
David Mendes says, "Do you think Lanzini and Fornell should both start together? Who should?"
Yeah, I think they should. They look like they was on the same wavelength on Saturday against Fulham. I know it's only against Fulham, but why not? Why not give them all a chance together? Anderson as well, Wilshere. It's interesting times at West Ham. We haven't really had this where we've gone into a new season with this much players like flair players. If you know, players that want to take people on, and it's like Jack Wilshere. As soon as he gets that ball, he's looking forward, and you see what he said yesterday. It's a joy to play with players like Anderson, Fornals, Lanzini, because he knows he's going to give them the ball and they're going to try to take people on and create things. And as a striker as well, that's a dream.
WHU Spare Tickets on Twitter says, would you rather West Ham win the Premier League or England win the World Cup? Now, that's an old adage, isn't it? That's not an original question. But personally, England win the World Cup. I think the nation needs a lift, to be honest.
I'm going to say us win the Premier League because England have already done that. So,
no, I think the nation needs a lift at the minute with all the stuff that's going on with the Brexit stuff and all that. You know, I think the nation needs a lift.
We got a lift when we won the Cricket World Cup.
Yeah, it was good, man. I like that Cricket World Cup. I'm loving the new channel. I'm loving the channel. Do you guys do a watch along during game days? Randy Jackson says we're looking at doing something like that, mate. But we're trying to get some things in place first. That might come later on next season.
Ain't Randy Jackson from the Jackson 5, is it?
Yeah, of course it is. Pepe 111 says England does need a lift. Matt Powell, I advise buying. No, I'm not going to read that. SDG Gaming, another captain. Do you use Yarmolenko as backup number 9 when would you give Rice a captain's armband, make him a bit of a John Terry minus the women? Right, let's take that. That's 2 questions in one. Would you use Yarmolenko's backup number 9? I've already said, but you know we're going to have to be desperate. Would you make Rice the captain? I think Rice has got a big season ahead of him. You know, he's done absolutely fantastic since he's come on. Now's the season where you know, things can start going a little bit wrong. I don't think they will for Declan. I think he's got such a great attitude, but I have seen it before when players struggle in their sort of like in their second sort of full season. But I don't think he will. So I won't bother making him captain at the minute, but he's definitely a future captain.
Yeah, I mean, look, Declan Rice it's a massive season for him because now he's a full England international. So all eyes are going to be on him. Every time he makes a mistake and things like that, the media are going to be all over him. So yeah, it's a massive thing. As you said, he is a future captain for West Ham. If he's here, it's going to be tough to keep hold of players like Declan Rice because every transfer window is going to be linked with the likes of City, Chelsea, and players, teams like that. You know, it's but yeah, he's definitely a future captain. Maybe giving him the vice captain. If Mark Noble is not going to be in the first team, maybe make Declan Rice vice captain to take that role.
Reece Spate says, no, Rice is still a youngster off the field, dancing like an absolute dope. Look, I love that about Declan, that he's still a kid at heart, you know what I mean? Like, as I said before, I think I've said this on a video here before, I like that about Declan because we're living in a world where so many people take themselves so seriously, and, you know, they fail to sort of laugh at themselves. And I like the fact that he can laugh at himself, and you know, he's having fun. He's young at the end of the day, you know what I mean? He's young. He's sitting on a nice wedge of money. He's sort of got the world at his feet. You know, let him enjoy himself. Let him enjoy himself.
Too many football players take themselves too seriously these days. So it's nice to see videos like that of our players letting their hair down, enjoying themselves. Yeah, they might look like prats, but it's good to see. You know, we all do it. We all go in a nightclub and dance like idiots. You know what I mean? So look, he's a youngster. He's enjoying his football. He's got the world at his feet at the moment. So long may it continue for him.
Joe O'Brien says, me and Declan are about the same age. I've met him a couple of times on nights out, and he's proper geezer. Don't mind talking to me for about 20 minutes. Look, I remember when he played at Southampton last year, when we was away, and everyone was out for fan cams, and he come out and started watching. Was you there, Ryan?
Yeah, I remember that, mate.
Yeah, he come out and started watching. If you look at some of our videos from Southampton last year, he sort of just wandered out of the stadium like any fans, started having a little butchers over, talking to some of the boys that we you know, I think Lukey Malden was there. I think Lukey Malden knows him a little bit through Instagram and Snapchat and things like that. Started having a chat with him, was having a look at what was going on. And then he blocked us on Twitter, which was strange, but I think that was from advice from the club.
Yeah, but then he added us back.
Yeah, he followed us and then he added us back.
I went to a boxing event November last year, and Declan Rice was there, and I was standing there talking to him, and you know, he's a lovely, down to earth person, you know, and we forget how young he is. He's just turned 20, so it's good to have someone like Declan Rice at West Ham at the moment.
Ian Glander's in the house. Hello, Ian. So was Ben. Yes, he was, mate. Yeah, he was. He was there. Ben was there as well. West Ham Straight Talk. If you and Ryan took charge at West Ham, what would you do to change the stadium or things going forward? I'd make the food cheaper. Really cheap, like £1.
Yeah, no, yes. There'd be loads of things that I'd like to do. Knock it down and build it up again. But if we haven't got the money, just making it feel more like home. And as you said, put the prices down on certain things, especially the beer, 50p a pint.
David Mendes says, do you think Yarmolenko could replicate his form against Everton last season? This season, he got a brace and looked sharp. I don't think he did get a brace. I think he got one, but he did look sharp, very sharp.
No, he did. He did get two at Everton away.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. You're right, actually. Oh yeah, I remember that. Fucking, do you remember that one that he bent round the goalie?
Cut inside.
Look,
if we can get Yarmolenko, that's when he just started looking like he was adapting to the Premier League. He looked sharp. Him and Anatovic had a good understanding of each other, and then he picked up that horrific injury that kept him out for the rest of the season. So if we can get him back to that form, as I said, linking up with the players that he's got around him, going forward, we could be unstoppable. You know, we haven't ripped a team apart for a long time. Like, I'm talking about West Ham putting 4 or 5 past someone. I know we put 4 past Huddersfield last season, but they put 3 past us. So we haven't seen it. And hopefully next season we will see a lot more. We'll be celebrating a lot more goals, hopefully, than we concede.
Gary Page, no, Ruben Bloss is typical Nicky, £1 a pie. Definitely.
I see someone just bought me an ice cream and a packet of crisps.
Graham 3D Perspective, £2 donated. He says, buy Ryan an ice cream and a packet of crisps. I don't know what sort of ice cream you're getting for £2 these days, mate. They're very expensive.
Oh, mate, I'll go around the corner shop and get a feast or something.
Yeah, that's right, mate. Gary Page, jam sandwich or ham sandwich? Ham sandwich for me.
Yeah, gotta have a ham sandwich.
I don't really like jam, really. Not a massive fan of jam. I must say. To 99p flake. I don't think they're 99p anymore. That's the problem.
They advertise them as a 99, but they charge $3.99.
$3.99, yeah. Carl Hutchinson, looking forward to this upcoming season. Hope we don't flop. No, look, it's going to be a good season. Contact like get the ladies playing the same day as the first team, make a day of it. El Mentz at the 115 says 4 Cornetto things for £1 at the co-op. Oh, yeah, that sounds good, mate. You go out there and get 8. Ryan Moore says pizza or pasta.
Pasta.
Yeah, I'm a pasta man.
I love a pizza though.
Richard B says $15.99 at the stadium. Yeah, you're not wrong. Ruben Bloss says I hope Pellegrini can turn us into a B-Tech Man City if we sort the defence out. Yeah, I think I hope he can as well. Some are saying potato chips on their ham sandwich.
Just quickly, obviously this week as well, we've had 2 players leave the club, Jordan Hugill and Marcus Brown. I said the other day I'm a bit surprised with the Marcus Brown one for how cheap he went. But Jordan Hugill, well, I say he's finally left the club. He's left on loan. It's a bit of a weird one, that one, isn't it?
Yeah. I could see his point, if I'm honest. I could see his point. He's on a lot of money at West Ham. He's in my own mind, mate. He's done nothing wrong. You know what I mean? Like I've said this in previous videos. He's done nothing wrong. And you know when they're talking about him going back up north and that, you know, it's a big upheaval to sort of like move, you know, your family and your everything that you've got and move schools for the kids and all that sort of thing. So I'm not surprised he didn't just up and leave at the request of someone that, you know, 18 months ago or whatever it was now was telling him, yeah, you're going to be in our plans. You know, when they convinced him to move from Preston to London. So he was probably looking for a London club, to be honest with you, because he doesn't have to move. He can keep his kids in the same school. He can commute every day. A very, very dodgy deal. Very dodgy deal. But, you know.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, listen, Jordan Hugill and Preston won the lottery when West Ham got involved. They took him, and as you said, he's never had a real chance at West Ham. David Moyes done his old club a favour, and his son, because he's Hugill's agent. So, yeah, look, as we said, he's never really had a chance. QPR could be a perfect fit for him, and I think you'll probably see him definitely leave the club in the summer on full time. I think he'll definitely leave the club.
Yeah, absolutely, mate.
I see a lot of people saying here about the Obiang video. Did you see it?
Yes, I did. Yeah, look, it melted my heart with that video, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it's what you want to see, and it's what you want to hear in it from a player when he leaves the club. Hopefully, one day he will come back to West Ham, and as he said, join in with the fans and sit there. And I think he's got he's earned everyone's respect. You know what I mean? It's always good when you see a player leave a club on good terms, and I wish him well for the future. I really do.
Zayed Kaleria said, have you met Mark Goldbridge? No, I haven't met him, but I have spoke to him on the phone. Lewis Benham says 19 goals, 11 assists in Bundesliga. Who's that? Haller, I think that was. Arizona getting on in China. He scored on his first game, didn't he?
Scored in the second game as well. He's got 2 in 2.
2 in 2.
We should try to sign him next summer.
I would have scored 3. That's how good the football is. Joe, we should try and sign him next summer. Joe Lancaster think he is fine, tonic, minor knock, and should be back very soon, according to X. I don't know what they're talking about there. I've really lost sight of this chat, really. You should get the GOAT Sean Whetstone on. No, thanks. Nice haircut, Nicky, said Edward Denham. Thank you very much.
Is he saying he's the greatest of all time, or he's an actual GOAT?
Well, I know what I want. Look, I went on to the West Ham Way thingy the other day, and look, I ain't got a lot of time for him. You know, Sean. He's not my sort of person. And he was texting him saying about, he wants to come on here and all that sort of stuff. But it's just going to turn into an argument, and we're trying to divert our way away from that. We're trying to just be an entertainment channel. So I don't want to have arguments on my channel. I'll go on his podcast and we'll have words there, but whatever, you know what I mean? Neil Walker says Notes was as dodgy as Redknapp. Yeah, I agree with that. SDG Gaming, do you think Oxford could redeem himself at West Ham?
Well, he hasn't really been given a chance in pre-season, has he? So I don't think I don't know. I think he's going to leave the club. If he's going to get a chance, he gets a chance in pre-season. We might see him get a run out against Hertha Berlin if he's travelled, but I haven't really seen the squad that's gone out there. I see pictures of on the players' Instagrams that some have gone out. What about Carlos Sanchez, his new Barnet, eh?
Yeah.
I wonder who it was. I thought we signed
someone.
He's trying
to disguise himself, I think.
Yeah.
Someone asked me, who was it? Ray Borum says it. Nick, you've been on the sunbeds? No, mate, it's all natural. Just spending time outside, enjoying the sunshine at the minute. Thoughts on JP WHFTV getting kicked out of Craven Cottage for filming?
I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened, but yeah, apparently he was streaming the game.
I've heard some
they carted him out.
Right, he came on. Our fan came after, and he said he wasn't streaming the game. I've heard the contrary, but I'll take his word because I'm not. But somebody told me he had a fucking tripod out.
Well, if you do that, then you
I don't know how true that is, but if you've got a tripod out of football, I mean, you're just asking for trouble.
You can imagine him sitting there with his tripod camera, moleskin coat, headphones like John Motson with a commentator.
One of them little microphones that you could your lip.
I wasn't there, but I heard that a few people got told to put their phones away and things like that. I think a lot of people were saying that the Fulham stewards were very busy that day.
Well, to be honest, mate, it's he had a GoPro on a grip, says Contact Light. Fair enough. But I'm just saying by what I've heard on, as I said, I wasn't there, so I didn't see. WOW, is this a plus take channel? Wow. Oh, wow.
Is this a what?
A plus take channel. I don't know what that means, mate. Maybe he's trying to say piss take. Yeah. We're always taking the piss. Same old West Ham. Andy Walsh, is Ben Johnson the next breakthrough player? We spoke about that already. Is Antonio leaving West Ham United? We spoke about that already. But the streaming thing. Look, it's not a Premier League game, but they would have been on sort of like orders of Fulham, the stewards that day. Why not let them stream it? We don't get much like from football clubs these days, you know what I mean? There's rules about this. You can't take this and you can't take that and you can't take pictures. You can't do it. Everyone's got a phone. Everyone's got a personal fucking TV station in their pocket. Why not just let them stream it? You're not showing it. Why not?
Yeah, look, it's I suppose it is rules of the football, isn't it? It's rules of the Football League and the Premier League that you can't do it. So
it wasn't a Football League or Premier League game, mate. It was a friendly.
No, but it's look, it don't. The club should have shown the game. They showed the game out in Austria. So why couldn't they show the London derby against Fulham? I'm sure they're going to be.
They was obviously filming it.
Yeah, well, Sky was there as well. That's why I'm surprised that there wasn't a stream for the game like online, which was. Yeah. Anyway, do you know what? Fuck it. I've seen a couple of people say like, "Are we both going to the Bilbao game?" Yeah, we'll all be there on Saturday. Looking forward to it.
Randy Jackson said, "Are you guys retired?" Just wondering. Far from it, mate. Far from it.
I fucking wished.
Yeah, Ray Borum donate 199. Thank you very much, Ray. How's post-match pint venue coming along?
Don't know. We're close, but we ain't been in there yet.
Hopefully, we'll be getting in there this Saturday. I've heard so. Sky or West Ham YouTube channel should have been streaming it. Sky ain't going to be interested in that. Ben Watts, Andy Carroll not got a club yet. Is that him done in football? I think he'll be going back to Newcastle, to be honest.
Do you know what, mate? It could be coming. I could see him re-signing for West Ham on a pay-as-you-play deal or something like that.
West Ham United fan 71 says, "Hey Nicky, I would love to see you scoring 1 goal, never mind 3." Listen, mate, I'm an old fat geezer now, but I scored 2 at Upton Park once, and I will never forget it. Probably got a video or DVD somewhere along the line. I scored 2 at Upton Park. How many did you score at Upton Park, right?
1, I think. That was that one when we played for Newham. That was when I played in another tournament.
Yeah,
for someone else. But
I scored a brace, mate. So I can say I scored more than Kieran bloody Dyer.
I made more starts at Upton Park than what Kieran Dyer had, and that's a fact.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Nicky, you look 40. Ryan looks 29. Cheers, mate. Forever Blind. I'm not too far off 40 now, to be honest. Forever Blind Bubbles. If you can ask the owners one question and get an honest answer, what would you ask?
So say that again.
If you could ask the owners one question and get an honest answer, what would you ask?
That's a good question. Being put on the spot.
That is a really good question, as it happens.
Probably ask, like, are they sort of happy with where we are now? Did they think we'd be in a better position when they promised us everything? Like, be honest, do they think we should be more ahead of where they said we was going to be to where we are now? And where's the rest of the money?
I would ask... Oh, God, that is such a good question.
That's a video.
Yeah, that is a video. I'm going to answer it now, but I'm going to have a think about this one, and I might do a video about this with all the boys, and maybe some of the people on the fan cams that we're doing Saturday. I would ask, are they being honest? I would ask it and get the truth. You know, are you being honest?
That's the sort of thing I was trying to get out of my question, and like when they said about the 7-year plan, do they think we're behind that 7-year plan, or are we sort of where they thought we was going to be? So yeah, that'd be interesting. That's a good question. It is a really good question.
Hammerwell said, "Did they buy us for love or an investment?" Yeah, that's the sort of question I'd like to ask. How close to getting Diego Costa, Manuel Adebayor from Michael? Michael Dakis, we already spoke about that a bit earlier, mate. James Healy said, how come West Ham don't do season review DVDs anymore? Well, I don't know. Because they're shit. I don't know.
But they are available to buy on eBay.
Don't cross your hammers. David Mendes, who should we, if anyone, focus on signing next? And is Fabianski the best keeper outside the top 6? Yeah,
he's definitely up there. He's definitely one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League, I think. But definitely outside the top 6, he's up there. What are you laughing at? What's come up?
Charlie Maynard says, have you ever farted and followed through in a Ritz hotel?
I've done it at a travel lodge once.
Yes,
I can't afford the Ritz.
Bruce Harvey, Golden Sullivan. Yeah, there's sort of like comments coming through, but no questions really. You got anything else to add, mate, before we shoot off?
No, I think that's it, mate. I think we've covered the last few days. We'll be back probably Friday to talk about the build-up for the Bilbao game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, have you had your season ticket yet?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've got mine.
Yeah, I've got mine as well.
And I've got the Bilbao tickets as well come through.
James Osborne says, one more question. Oh, it's going by so quick now. Look, we're finishing up and everyone wants to start talking. Would you... Oh, Jesus. Is there a problem with our backroom staff because of the injuries we always have, or just bad luck?
I think it's down to both. I mean, it's more bad luck, really, isn't it? Let's hope that we don't have half as many injuries this season as we have in the last couple.
Barbara Bowler says, "What's your target weight, Nicky?" I ain't really got a target. I'm just going to keep on trying to do what I can do. With Pellegrini, do we have top 4 manager in the league? Good on you, lads, for listening to the fans. Love your channel. I think that's what our channel's all about. I think, it's got to be about listening to the fans. I want a lot of fan interaction this year. I want a lot more fans getting involved, whether that be, with these streaming videos as well. There's, there's ways to get people in. So I want to start. That's what I want to do. That's my aim for these videos, is like, instead of just coming up on the comments, we can chuck 1 or 2 people in here as well with us. You know what I mean? Like asking us a question, and then they can lead, then the next person can come, and all that sort of stuff. We have to have someone vetting them on the side. You know what I mean? That's the problem with this sort of channel these days. You have to have someone vetting, because you could have anyone coming, hopping in and out, and all that sort of stuff. So as long as people are serious and people don't abuse it, because as soon as it starts getting abused, then we'll just stop it altogether. Yeah, I'm definitely up for doing sort of like bringing people in to sort of ask a question and chat. George Perry says, Nick ignores me. I don't ignore you, George. I promise you, it's just so many messages coming up, and I've got so many things going on my phone. George, I will get back to you, I promise, mate. I've just got so much going on at the minute, I promise.
One thing I do want to say as well, I mean, if anyone is going to the Bilbao game, come and see us after the game on Saturday. We film opposite Turnstile F near the club shop. Come over and see us, and give us your thoughts on the upcoming season. And it'd be nice to have some new faces this season, because we always get told that we only have the regulars on, but they're the only ones that sort of come over and want to come on camera. We do get a lot of people off camera that talk to us, but they don't want to go on camera. So it'd be nice to see some new faces, male, female, young, old. I'd love it. Come over, come and see us.
Somebody said, how can we support you guys? Randy Jackson, that was. Randy, hold tight, mate. There is something coming, I promise you. 1K subscribers without any videos. Nicky. Hello. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you guys for the new season with new faces? Look, we're still going on, aren't we? I said we're going to finish it. We're still going on.
I'm a 10.
Yeah, I am a 10 as well. Get Dom on this stream. Maybe one day. 1K subscribers without any videos. Start a Patreon, Nicky. As I said, just chill. Something will be coming. How do you get a shirt without a sponsor? I think they're all sold out, mate.
I see someone put on Twitter the other day. Apparently, the club shop are not getting back in until sort of November time. So,
just in time for Christmas. Funny enough.
Yeah.
Free light Lion. Who's your second team?
West Ham Reserves.
My second team is Thames Ironworks Community FC. You can go and check them out on YouTube, on their own channel. If you type that into the search bar, you'll find them. That's our football team that we started up a couple of years ago. They had production problems last year, but they're going to be streaming all the games, and they are a very successful football team with a load of very, very talented young boys. Joey O'Brien says, my second team is Scunthorpe. That's just random. Is your second team Scunthorpe, Ryan?
No, I ain't got a second team. I don't. No, West Ham's my team, and that's it. But I understand. You never know. He might have family from Scunthorpe. He might be from Scunthorpe. But yeah.
Aquil Ravat says, will you be coming to our games? Who's our games?
I would love to.
West Ham games.
West Ham United fans 71. I would love to do a podcast with Ryan. Ryan knows me. Hello. Yeah, no, that'd be interesting. We'd love to have you on the channel, mate.
Ryan and Nicky, opinions on Golden Sullivan.
Cool.
I've got none really at the minute. Akil Ravat, Thames Ironworks. I can't get to all the Thames Ironworks games, Akil, because because what we do on Saturday and all that and sort of stuff. They are my team and my second team, but I can't spend Saturdays and Sundays. You know what I mean? I'll get over there every now and then when I can. I went over there on Sunday. We played #United. 4 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. Spencer's a good guy, and they always give us a friendly every year. Yeah, so we had a pre-season against them. It was a very interesting game. We'll be going to the games around Christmas, of course. Of course, we'll always be going to the games around all times of year. Sorry, Nicky. Ryan, Nicky would win in a boxing match. Matt, that ain't true, mate. That ain't true. Ian Glander says, Nicky, where did you get your aftershave? The wife looked online for ages, can't find it at all. It's Creed Aventus. Ben Glander, Ian's the father of a guy that started with us. He was a captain for the first year. Went and joined hashtag last year. He's getting on well there. He used to support us in all our things. Ben was the captain of the first team. Very good captain he was too. And he went on to new pastures. He had problems working and sort of committing. Went to join hashtag, and he's doing very well there, I've heard. And his mum and dad used to come every week without fail, and it was very nice to see him yesterday. We haven't seen him in a while. I've seen Ian at the football, but Ben used to bring his girlfriend, his mum, and his dad, and they used to support us every week in, week out. I think Ian even got his own tracksuit from us last year. I want that back now, Ian. It's Creed Aventus, Ian. But it was lovely to see you yesterday anyway. Matt Powell, do you know Spencer? I know him a little bit. Don't know him personally. Like, wouldn't be someone that I spoke to every day, but I know him to speak to him. Ryan and Nicky, opinions on the kits? I'll let you answer that one, mate.
Yeah, look, I'm not too sold on the home one, if I'm honest. I love the away one. I think it's one of the best kits we've had in a long time. The third one, yeah, as I said, I see it in the club shop the other day. I don't like the pattern in the background, but I like the colours. It's something different. But yeah, the away one for me is up there with one of the best kits in the Premier League this season. It's unbelievable.
If I could have 3 kits, right? If you could pick 3 kits, so you got to pick a home, away, and a third throughout the whole history, the ones that you've owned, right? So if you could pick a home one, an away one, and a third one, but you can only pick one claret and blue, but you can pick sort of an away as a third. What ones would you pick?
I'd probably have the 94-95 Pony home shirt with a tick on it. Love that kit. Away, I'd probably have this season's away shirt. And for a third kit, I'd have the 95-96 light blue with claret hoops kit.
I would have home. I would have the 2001 and 2. What was it? 2001 2 or 2001 home kit.
The feeler one,
Feeler one, yeah. And I think I would have that away kit as the away kit as well. You know, the one with the 2 stripes that go across with the collar. And I think I'd have this season's away as our third. To be honest, I think that'd be a dream team of kits.
Yeah, I think all the kits we said there are great kits, but I'd love to see us have the light blue and claret hoops one season, hopefully. Because I love that.
We haven't had it for a little while, was we? With that style, I think the last time we had that was
it Macron? Was it Macron done it? Wasn't it?
That was a while ago now. That's 6 or 7 years ago, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lots of things coming in about the kits. What about the iconic FA Cup winning kit? I never owned it, to be honest. Nick, do you know Katy Perry? Yeah, I know her well. Lee Davis, favourite West Ham player ever? Mine's Kevin Nolan. Easy's Dixie and mine's Di Canio. Right, I think we're going to wrap it up here.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us on this live stream. Thank you very much for the people that are always joining in the chat. We appreciate it very much. As I say, we're going to start getting down to a regular schedule. I think we're going to stay Mondays and Thursdays probably. We will be at some point in the next few weeks starting a podcast as well. I don't know we're going to have on it yet, but we've got all the kit for a podcast now. There's lots of stuff coming up, so keep your eyes and your ears open. As I said, thank you very much for joining in the chat. Fuck Tottenham says, oh no, I'd only just joined. You can go back and watch it, mate. It's pre-recorded as well. It'll be straight up on the channel as we go off. Ryan, can you at least lower the king so we can see him?
I'll tilt it. There you go.
One for the money. Great job, guys. See you later. Cheesecake or muffin? We'll finish on that one. I hate cheesecake. I hate it.
Yeah, fair.
I hate cheesecake, so it's got to be a muffin. Nice blueberry muffin. Thanks, guys. Ryan, we'll be back this week you'll be back this week on a social. We'll be back building up the preview to the Bilbao game as we get on the road to
No, I won't.
as we get on the road to the season starting. We're on the road to 50k. So if you're new around here, click the subscribe button. That's our target for the next few months. As I said, lots of stuff coming up, boys. So keep your eyes and ears open. We'll be back again on Friday. One thing left to say, Ryan.
Come on, you irons.
Thanks, guys. Good night.
Ta-ta.